Now the topic before us is exploring the residents of the foreign exchange market. We all know that New York Stock Exchange, London Stock Exchange, Bombay Stock Exchange, all these stock exchanges where buying and selling of stocks or shares takes place have a specific physical building. But in the case of forex market, foreign exchange market, this is not the specific case where we can say that this is the specific building or specific office of the forex market, and this is the single office all over the world. We cannot say that. In the case of New York Stock Exchange, there is a specific office or specific building which is called this is the Stock Exchange of New York. In the case of forex market, a large number of banks, investment firms, individual traders are involved, and they are scattered all over the world. They and the all the buying and selling takes place between buyer and sellers through these intermediaries in the form of banks or investment firms. This forex market is a decentralized marketplace, not confined to a single building or single specific location. We will understand the same now in detail. The forex market does not have a specific physical location. It operates in a decentralized manner. It means that it is not confined to a single building or exchange floor. Forex market is in contrast to traditional stock exchanges like New York Stock Exchange, London Stock Exchange, which have specific physical locations. The global foreign exchange market is a vast network of participants. Who are the participants? Participants are commercial banks, central banks, investment firms, foreign exchange brokers, individual traders, etc. All these participants engage in buying and selling of currencies for various purposes. The purposes may be different because an individual may desire to purchase the foreign currency for, say, travel purpose. If he wants to visit, say, another country, he will want the currency of that country. An importer may desire the currency of export, where from here he is importing the goods. That is for business purposes, it may be relevant. Some individual trader or other person may want to buy foreign currency or currency of another country for speculation purpose, in the desire that the price of another currency or a specific currency may increase. So the purpose may be different, but main thing is that the trading of foreign currencies or the trading of national currencies takes place continuously. What is the timing or what are the days? Mondays and Fridays often see relatively higher trading volume in forex market compared to other weekdays. Forex market remains open from Sunday evening to Friday evening, and the high trading volume is normally seen on Monday and Fridays in comparison to other weekdays. Though there may be variation in trading volume due to some other reasons also. While there is no single physical location in the case of forex market, there are some major financial hubs in the world which play an important role in the forex market. Which are those financial hubs? These are London, New York, Tokyo, Hong Kong. Now there may be other hubs also. We are only giving the example of few. London, New York, Tokyo, and Hong Kong. Why? Because a large number of major brokers, large banks, investment firms, known firms are located at these places. Because big banks or investment firms are located in these specific locations. So, major the trading of foreign exchange, that is the volume of transactions in the forex market, takes place in quite big numbers at that centers. This concentration of financial powerhouses results in substantial volume of forex transactions being handled within these centers. At these centers, a large volume of trading of foreign forex trading takes place in these centers. But it is not to say that these four centers represent the entire forex market of the world. The trading is continuously happening across the globe through decentralized electronic network. The foreign exchange market is a decentralized network. The transactions are happening continuously through electronically, connecting buyers and sellers around the world. Participants such as banks, investment firms, foreign exchange dealers can access forex market through online platforms from anywhere with an internet connection. Now the topic before us is understanding the foreign exchange market and its currencies. Foreign exchange market. Foreign exchange market can also be known as forex market or FX market. What is the foreign exchange market? It is the marketplace where the national currencies are traded with one another. What it means? It means that suppose our currency in India, domestic currency is Indian rupee, and we want to visit say USA. And what is the currency of USA? It is US dollars. So to visit USA, we may be interested to buy US dollars. It may be also possible that we want to import certain things. For that purpose also, foreign exchange or foreign currency is required, which in case of India is maybe US dollars. So forex market is the market where buying and selling of domestic currency with other currencies, or the buying and selling of national currencies takes place. It is not a specific physical place which can be regarded as foreign exchange market. It does not have a special office such as New York Stock Exchange, Bombay Stock Exchange. It is not that. Foreign exchange market, in the case of forex market, all the transactions take place online, and the participants include banks, commercial banks, central bank, investment firms, individual traders, etc. There are financial hubs which are located at different places in the world, and all these participants play a major role in this forex market. So let us read. Foreign exchange market is a global decentralized marketplace for the trading of currencies. It is the place, or it is the marketplace where participants can buy, sell, exchange and speculate on the respective value of different currencies. It may be stated that when there is interaction between the buyer and seller, and on the basis of that, exchange rate is determined. The market in which national currencies are traded with one another is known as foreign exchange market. The majority of the foreign exchange buying and selling nowadays happens online. Sometimes it may happen that only a minor share in the forex market trading takes place offline. For example, in the case of tourists visiting another country, may have banknotes of one currencies. For example, if someone from USA is visiting India, he may be having US dollars with him. So at airport or exchange bureau, they will exchange their US dollars with Indian currency. Indian currency in case of India is the domestic currency. So the tourists from USA will be exchanging their domestic currency with the domestic currency of India. In case of India, US dollars is the foreign currency. So if anyone travels from USA to India, he will exchange their US dollars for Indian rupee or the country which they are visiting, or they will change their currency with the domestic currency of the country where they are visiting. Now, some important points about the forex market are that it operates 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. It is not open 7 days, it is open for 5 days. From when, which are the working days? Sunday evening to Friday evening. It means that somewhere in the world there is always a market open for trading currencies. It is not that transactions happen manually. Transactions happen electronically. Buying and selling of foreign exchange happens electronically. It means that both we are having US dollars and we are living in USA, and we want to exchange it with, say, Japanese yen. So this buying and selling, US dollar is we want to sell, we want to purchase in USA, we want to purchase Japanese yen. So this is the buying and selling. So these transactions, buying and selling, takes place electronically through computer networks. Next point is, these computer networks is a global network for the exchange of currencies. Who are the participants in this forex market? The participants in the foreign market all over the world. The forex market is not confined to any specific country. The forex market is spread throughout the world, and its participants include banks, central banks, investment firms, foreign exchange brokers, individual traders, etc. from all over the world. Currencies are traded in pairs. What it means? Suppose we are living in Russia, and we are having trades with China. Some sort of buying and selling, import and export happens in Russia and China. So if we are living in Russia, we may be exporting certain things to China, and in return China will be giving us currency. In which currency? As may be agreed by the businessmen, or in rubles or in Chinese currency. So what happens? Sometimes we are, say, living in Russia again, then we want to visit China. So in Russia we are having the local currency, and when we will visit China, the Chinese people will not accept Russian currency. for normal sale and purchase in China. So here in China, we have to purchase the currency which is the legal tender in China. So what happens? There is exchange of currencies. One currency is being sold, that is here we are exchanging. Exchanging means one person is selling and another is purchasing. So here what is being sold? Rubles. It is the currency of Russia. And in return, we will be buying the currency of China. So here it is buying. So two currencies are involved, Russian currency and Chinese currency. So it is the pair. If we are so if we are in India, our currency is Indian rupee, and we want to visit say USA. In USA, US dollar is the domestic currency. And if we want to purchase say US dollars, so we are here selling Indian rupee and buying US dollars. So again here two currencies are involved. So any foreign exchange trading involves two currencies. In the same way, euro and US dollar. So it represents the exchange rate between one currency and another. Next is how the foreign exchange rate is determined. The interactions between buyer and seller through buying and selling the foreign exchange market ultimately determine the foreign exchange rates between different currencies. The determination of exchange rate depends on other things also. It is ultimately depends on the interaction between buyer and seller. If the buyers are more, naturally the demand will be more and the exchange rate will go up. If the demand in the market of a particular currency is less, then naturally the exchange rate or the value of the currency which is being sought, if the demand is less, the exchange rate may fall, value of the currency may fall now temporarily. See that in the case of share market, we are having New York Stock Exchange, Bombay Stock Exchange, National Stock Exchange in India, and similarly many stock exchanges which are having a proper office, proper buildings, which are called new. This is housing the New York Stock Exchange, or this is the Bombay Stock Exchange. That is proper buildings are there. But in the case of forex market, there is no central exchange. Trades in the forex market are conducted directly between buyers and sellers, often through intermediary banks and brokers. The transactions in the foreign exchange market are not confined to only one or few foreign currencies. It means that it is not that in the foreign exchange market, say only US dollars, euro, or Japanese yen are interaction takes place. Buying and selling of these only few currencies takes place. It is not that. The currencies from all over the world are being sold and bought in the forex market continuously. Though the volume of a currency may be less in comparison to others. Forex market is a vast and dynamic marketplace. Dynamic here means that it is not that if at present say one US dollar is say 83 rupee approximately. It is not that it will remain stable. The value of one US dollars in terms of Indian rupee will remain stable. We are taking here only example. The value of the exchange rate continuously changes on the basis of demand and supply. So it is a dynamic. The rate of any currency in comparison to another currency is fluctuating every second. because the transactions are continuously taking place in the forex market. Now, what is the volume of the transactions? There is huge volume of transactions. In 2022, the average daily trading volume of the forex market was about 7.5 trillion dollars. You can see here from the figure that daily turnover of the foreign exchange market he is increasing year by year from 2010 to 2022. It is continuously increasing year by year. This means that currencies are constantly being bought and sold in the forex market. Now we will understand what are the most frequently traded currencies. That is, what are those currencies which are mostly being bought. These currencies which are mostly traded are US dollars, euro, Japanese yen, British pound, Australian dollar, and Canadian dollar. As for an estimate, only these currencies account for roughly 88% of all daily forex trading volume. We are not saying that other currencies except these are playing less role in the forex market. It is not that. There are also many other important currencies. We are here only keeping into account the most traded currencies. Chinese yuan, Indian rupee, Brazilian real, the currencies from the developing economies. These are the currencies from developing economies. Chinese yuan, Indian rupee, Brazilian real are also becoming increasingly important in the global exchange market. Now the topic before us is understanding the distinction domestic currency versus foreign currency. Normally, we say that domestic currency is the currency of my own country. Currency of my own country. For example, if I live in India, here the currency which has been issued by the government or the central bank is known as Indian rupee. So in India, Indian rupee is the domestic currency. If I was living in, say, USA, then the domestic currency would have been US dollar. So in this way, the domestic currency differs from country to country. Each country has its own currency. Any other currency which is other than the domestic currency is known as foreign currency. But here is a twist. Suppose my own country is India. Suppose I, for study or for job or for some travel purpose or business purpose, I visit, say, USA. Then what is the position? That is, though I am the permanent resident of India, I want to study for some years in USA, or I have got a job in USA and I will stay there for some years, or for some days I am visiting USA for travel purpose or for some business purpose. Then what is the position of domestic currency? If we say that domestic currency is the currency which is the currency of my own country, so when we are in USA, that is when we are in foreign, the domestic currency will remain the same, whether INR will be the same, Indian rupee will be the currency which I will call my domestic currency? No. When I have shifted or when I am residing in a particular country, the currency of that country will be called domestic currency. That is when I am in USA and I am residing there for 1 day, 2 day or some years, then the domestic currency or the currency of that country which has been issued by that government will be regarded as domestic currency, and in that case Indian rupee will be regarded as foreign currency. So this is the main distinction. Now we will have what is the definition of domestic currency. Domestic currency is the official currency issued by the government or central bank of the country where you currently reside. Domestic currency is the legal tender for all the transactions within that country's borders and is readily accepted by business and individuals. What is the meaning of legal tender? Legal tender means the currency which has been issued by the government or central bank of the country, and it has been mandated that all the residents of the country must accept that currency for all type of transactions including payment of tax and purchase and sale of goods. So domestic currency is the legal tender within the boundaries of that country. The country, the government which has issued that currency, that is in India, Indian rupee is the legal tender. Indian rupee has been issued by the government of India or central bank, that is the Reserve Bank of India. So all the residents of India have to compulsorily accept this currency, that is the Indian rupee, for all type of sale and purchase of goods. No person can refuse to accept the legal tender. If it does so, then it can be prosecuted by the state. Any other currency, if we are living in India, any other currency other than Indian rupee will be regarded as foreign currency in India. So in the same way, if we are in USA, any currency other than US dollars will be regarded as foreign currency. So foreign currency is the currency of any country other than the domestic currency of a given country. So in India, domestic currency is Indian rupee, and any currency other than Indian rupee is foreign currency. Examples of foreign currency in India include dollars, it may be US dollar, Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, pounds, rubles, yen, yuan, euro, or dinar. We may add that US dollar is the most popular currency in the world, and Kuwaiti dinar is the very expensive. It is round about one Kuwaiti dinar is equal to say approximately 260. Approximately somewhere figure is this 269.09. This is the Kuwaiti dinar. So in terms of value, Kuwaiti dinar is the world's valuable currency, and in terms of strongest currency, US dollar is the strong currency. Though other currencies are also there, but US dollar is mostly accepted for international trade. We have already answered this question, that if I relocate from India to USA, then what would be my domestic currency? Then the domestic currency would become the US dollar, which has been issued by the government of USA. Next is, in which currency foreign trade happens? When we do import and export of goods, then whether the same will happen in domestic currency. For example, if we are in India, whether export and import will happen in Indian rupee, or it will happen in some other currency, say US dollar or some other. We will read it. Foreign currency can foreign trade can happen in various currencies, not just a single one. It may happen that we may be, say, doing trade with USA. What may happen? It may happen that the Indian importer may ask for that I will accept only US dollars or any other currency. It is possible. It may also happen that if export is done by USA, they will say that they will accept from USA we are doing import to India. So here USA is exporter, India is importer. So the businessman in USA may say that they will accept payment in return of goods only in the form of US dollars or any other currency. If we are, say, doing trade with, say, Sri Lanka, then we may say that we will accept payment only in Indian rupee or in US dollars or in any other currency which the businessmen of both sides may agree. So businesses involved in trade can negotiate and agree on the currency they will use for the transaction. It sometimes there are also trade agreements between the countries that for the purpose of paying importance to their respective currency of the country, they may enter into trade agreement that they will accept the currency of the other country for import or export. But it is generally not of binding nature. The businesses may agree with each other that they may accept the currency of the other country, of the importer country, or the currency of the exporter country, or any other third currency which may be US dollars. This could be the domestic currency of the either party. For example, if it is India, it will be in INR. If it is USA, it is will be in US dollars. So payment can be made in Indian rupee or US dollars or a neutral third party currency or any other currency which may not exist, which may not be one of these of the exporter or the importer country. It does not belong to both these countries, but it may be some third currency, say Japanese yen, or often a major currency. Mostly it happens that when the businesses say that the currency of both the countries will not be accepted, neither importer country nor exporter country. The trade will not happen in both the currencies. It will happen in third currency. Then mostly, what is the third currency? Third currency is normally the US dollar or euro, or even a combination of currencies. US dollar is dominant currency which is widely used for foreign trade. It is not that US dollar is the only currency which is used in foreign trade. Other currencies are also very important or play an important role in the forex market in import and export. Other prominent currencies are euro, Japanese yen, British pound, Chinese yuan, ruble also. Two countries can enter into an agreement to promote trade in a domestic currency. Example of the same is given that two countries, China and Russia, have entered into an agreement so that they may promote their domestic currency. So the name of the agreement is China Russia Yuan Ruble Agreement. What is this agreement for? This agreement encourages the use of exporters' domestic currency. It means that if, say, from China goods are being sent to Russia, so here exporter is China. So here the Chinese currency will have to be paid by Russia. If Russia, if the goods are being sent from China, Russia to China, here if the exporter is Russia, then in that case the businessman from China will have to pay for import in the form of ruble, that is the currency of Russia. However, it is not binding that in the case of China Russia yuan ruble agreement, it is not binding that only the export will take place in exchange of exporter's domestic currency. It is not that. Businesses may agree with one another that they may accept any other currency or importer's currency. It may happen. Thanks for watching. If you like our course, please spare some time to give a star rating to our course.